Hello, hello, hello. 'Tis I, Diane, from Diane's Diamond Painting Journey. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing wonderful on this, sunny day here. It's 22 degrees Celsius. You U.S. people have to work that out, but that means it's nice and warm. For this spring day in April. And I want to say hi to all my subscribers, old and new. Thanks for being here. I appreciate every one of you. And if you're new here today, well, hello, hello. Nice to see you. I'm going to do an unbagging promotional product from 7 Great. And they sell all things cross-stitch. So if you like the video, whoever watches it can hit that like button. And you can leave a comment, no matter if you're a subscriber or not. And if you like what you see, and I usually do mostly diamond painting stuff, but every now and then I'll do some cross-stitch unbaggings. You can hit that subscribe button. Help my little channel grow. So let's get to it. So today from 7 Great, we have one, but it's got a lot of colors. Let's see. No, so we got to get into the bag so I can show it to you. Now they do have brand name cross stitches too. All kinds of accessories. Ooh, this be a lot of thread. I'll show you that in a minute. So here we have some tools. So, let's see. I'll show you. Me and plastic bags don't get along. I don't have the strength to pop them open. I know. So we have this will save your finger when you're pushing all these needles through. And we have 1, 2, 3, 5 needles they gave us with this little cool, sparkly little puffball of a pin cushion. I think that's so cool that they're like that. Sometimes they come and they're just like loose, and I don't like that. And this fancy doohjiggy will help you thread through the eye of the needle, depending on how big your needle is. That is good too. Let me get this out of the way, because we're in a little different spot today, because I just didn't have the courage to move the big diamond painting I'm working on. So, here we have an instruction paper. So it tells you, this is an 11 count. And that's just how cross stitches are gauged, I guess. So let me see. So you see like the holes there? That's better. So an 11 count is the biggest block, all right? Which if I can find where I'm to. So see this block right above my finger with the 4 holes on the corners. So the block is big. Now, looking at it in real life, no, it's not that big, but it's big. And on an 11 count, that's the biggest block that you'll get. So as the number goes up, the size goes down. Like I've heard some cross stitchers on YouTube doing like a 56 count, and I'm like going, wow, you must have wonderful eyesight, and I wish I could do it, but I can't. 11 and 14 are the ones that I always gravitated to because of my eyesight. But not everybody has to do that. No. So here we have how to choose your strands. So you see what they're holding here, all right? This is one piece of wool or yarn that I will show you, and I'll take it in the bag. And each thread can be divided into 6 strands, all right? So this 11 account uses 3 strands. So you're going to take this one piece of thread, you're going to divide it into 2 pieces, really, because it's 6 strands. So you can use 3 strands to stitch with. Say that fast, try. And if it was 14 count, you would use 2 strands. And I do believe anything higher, you would use just 1. And this is how to choose your threads, to print a cloth, read the symbol, find corresponding numbers for the colors, and then choose from your yarn, which I will show you. Okay, same thing there. And how to stitch on, that's on printed. So when on printed, this is a stamped cross stitch that I have here now. On printed is like, if you're a diamond painter, you've heard of people doing cross stitch conversions. So that's what they got to do. They actually got to count each stitch, each drill they're putting down. Same thing as you would do with an on printed cloth. You would find, well, usually the rule is like sort of find the middle. See, the center point of the graph is at the intersection of the red line. So you usually find the center point on an on-printed cloth because you want to make sure you have enough room to do your cross stitch. And then you would do like you always do. And down here it shows you, so a whole stitch is an X. And what got the 1, 2, 3, 4 is, you're going to come up at 1, go down at 2, come up at 3, and go down at 4. Hang on, I gotta look at that picture again. Yeah. And a half stitch, see, half stitch, you came up at 1 and went down at 2, instead of crossing over. And then a quarter stitch is, you came up through the middle of that white square of cloth. A 3/4 stitch, continuous stitch. So continuous stitch is really just an X, all right? Don't, I know, oh, where's my fingers here? So, we're making an X. You see, when you're doing a whole line, you won't make just one X and go to the next X. You'll do up and come back, up and down, come back, up and down, come back. And you might do that 10 times. And then you'll work your way back. Then you'll come to cross back to make your crosses. And I know that sounds a little bit, see what they're doing there? So they came up at 3 and went down at 4, and they did that in the line. Nope, they went up at 1 and down at 2. They're doing it that way. And then you do your line back. It just makes a neater line. And back stitch is like outlining. Like say you're doing a Mandy Manzano and all that black outlining. Exactly what the back stitch is. See, because this is where it all came from. Cast off, you just go underneath your stitches in the back. Some people do it in the front. And a French knot will actually raise up off the... That looks a bit confusing, but it's not as confusing as you think. It will actually make a little knot on your canvas. So, let's see what we got. So this is our... Let me zoom out again now. This is our... I like these patterns, the paper that they're on, because they're like a plasticky. See it? So they're not going to get beat up. But let's see now. If I can, this is actually too is a 40 by 40. Look at the baby. It's a cat with an umbrella and some flowers. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. I gotta mind start this. Did you hear me say that? And so what they've done here, what you got on the outside, it's just like a cross stitch. You got 10 squares, 20 squares, 30 squares, 40 squares. Just like a diamond painting, I mean. Same thing on the top. So you got your little block here, 10 by 10 or 20 by 20. See, you got the black lines, all right? And over here, we have our numbers, which you're going to see on the canvas. See, 16, 3, 16, 5, Y, and then we got, oh, now let's zoom in. Zoom in, come on. There we go. And we got symbols, just like we would too on a normal diamond painting. See, if you relate this to diamond painting, you can do this. It's only with thread. And buy a small one at first, small one in size. Buy stamped because you're used to seeing a pattern on your paper. And like 16 would be this. Where we to? Where's my finger need to go? Oh, there we go. So 16 would be all this blue. 15 is going to be all this orange. 30 is going to be all this pink. Now, it might not be pink thread, but... So let's go over here. So see, number 1. Okay, so number 5. Number 5 was... Oh, now where was it? Right here, right? But it's the color 413. Same DMC as you do with diamond painting. A lot of, see, there's your symbols and your colors. Here you go. Same thing as in with a diamond painting. A lot of diamond painters were previous cross stitchers or still are cross stitchers. And or have become cross stitchers. So now you got this really nice thick piece of material. All right? And can you see how that's stitched off here on the side? The white, let's go in again. See, it's folded over and stitched off. So that's why it went Rebel, right? Whoops, sorry. Just like scalloped and poked edges, but we don't need to poke this because it's already been poked. So we have our painting here on our... And you can liken this to a round kit because sometimes round kits don't make sense. But we got our kitty cat right here. I know that's an umbrella. I'm not quite sure what this is sticking up there. There might be another flower. There's all the flowers down below, and then you got your background. So you can't cross-stitch without thread. One thing that I absolutely love about the budget companies, because I got a couple upstairs that I haven't done. Now, let's see. First one thing. All right, so there's a number here, 11 CT, 11 count, ACC, and it says 2969. And up here are the same numbers. But it's not in a big bag. It's not, I would advise you to keep it all together because you don't want to put the wrong roll to the wrong cross stitch. And I mean, it's not in a big box like a diamond painting will come in, right? Right. So, let me put this to the side. We're actually at the coffee table today. So what they've done, and this thread is so soft. Right now, I got to make sure I unroll this properly because I don't want to knot it up. Wow, man, we got 30 colors. Right now, we got 35 colors. Right now, I'm going to straighten it out How many times have I had said right now, wait now? Somebody go back and listen to the video. And what I was saying was, I really like I don't know which way to put this. I'm at a different... Okay, so we have... Of course, I put number 1 up here, but it doesn't make any difference. So these are the numbers of the colors. Just like, right? Same thing in Dawn painting. We got 1 to whatever. So there's your numbers. So what you do then is you go to your paper pattern. If you can't see your, say you got this in a square Q snap or a round hoop, because you're going to want to put it in something to keep it tight. Because if your cloth is not tight, your stitches won't be the same. So you look over here, you find number, where are we to? We got, all right, number 21, right at the very bottom. Or so go to number 20, the X. So I'm going to come over here. I'll find number 20. Now you have to actually take them off, right? But I'm going to show you now. So there's your green for that green X, which is color 943. This is 943, people. So you have all, now these are doubled over. So you have, wait now, let me see. I said it again. So this length, and this is only half of the whole thread. Very, very, very long. So you got to judge yourself how much you're going to use at a time, depending on the area that you're cross-stitching. All right. So we have the threads. Remember they said threads. So this is 1 thread. All right. So just give me a second. Pretty please, pretty please. Aha. I did that pretty good for the first time, then it went back together. So they said that each thread had 6 strands, so I just divided these into 3 by 3. If I can get them apart for you better so you can see it. I am still here. I'm concentrating. That's why you're not hearing me. Oh my. So, see, there's the other 3. Here's the full thread. So you take off 3. It's easy with this one, so you take off half. These threads, as far as I know, don't come any more than 6 strands of yarn, all right? Or, I don't know, what do you call it? Floss. So you take those 3. Once you have it all, off the card, you'll thread your needle with that, and then you'll start cross-stitching. But what I like about this is that you don't have to worry about fooling up which green, say, is which green and which blue is which blue, because they've done that hard part for you, all right? Now, yeah, they've done the hard part for you there, because I've done a lot of cross-stitch back in the day, and all of this was just sort of thrown in a bag, and you had to figure out what color was what color. So let me see if I can just show you the color palette. Look at that pink and that oranges. Oh my. Ooh, papa. Number 6 is 550. I knew it. See, it's just like your diamond paintings, right? That's probably 3865. Number 21. It might not be though. Let's see. No, that's 945. 945. But look at that color palette. See, I picked out something that's bright and beautiful. Will it take you longer than your diamond painting? Yes, it will. Because it's a whole different thing altogether. So now all I'm doing is I took them, I got them down like that, and I'm just going to roll them up. Some are a bit longer than others. Get my bag. Put that in there, and I'm actually going to put the needle and the thimble and stuff in the bag there, so I know where it is. And there you go. And this is actually really nice, heavy, and it's not as stiff. It is, but it doesn't feel like that plasticky, stiffy stuff. It's a nice canvas. And you got your plasticky, I love that. Because you know, you can fold this any way you want. And some people like mark off what they have done. Or, if you want to, and you have a photocopier, say you decide you want to do this piece first, this quadrant first, say do it in quarters. I used to photocopy them and blow them up so I could see it better. And I mean, if you want to, you can cut this off and have it by the side. It's up to yourself. And you got your, where'd we go? Yep, you got your instruction sheet. There you go. So that's the beautiful cat. I'll show it to you one more time. Isn't she beautiful? Wait now. There we go. With her flower umbrella. I just thought it was too darn cute not to buy. Well, I didn't buy it because they sent it to me as a promotional product. So, I told you it was 11 count stamped cross stitch. And now when you get it done, you just soak this in cold water. It won't affect your threads, but it'll take all of this off the canvas. But don't get this wet until you finished it, because then your pattern's gone. Well, you could do freehand it. So in USD, it's $11.23. In euro, because I'm in Belgium, it's €10.56. And right now on their website, if your order is $66, now this is in American dollars. If your order is in $66, you save $5. If you buy 4, you get 1 free. And they said, like, put 5 in your basket. 1 will be free, which will be the lowest price, naturally. And if you buy 8, you get 2 free, so you put 10 in your basket. And there's free shipping, and they pay the customs if you spend over $59. And I do have a code. That be down in the description box. It's called Diane's, capital DIANE, apostrophe S, 06, and then OFF in capitals. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen. If not, it will be down in the bottom of the description box. But I want to thank Great 7 for sending this to me because it looks really beautiful. And this is how I started doing cross stitch. I did stamped. And I did them, half a dozen or so stamped. And I got the hang of it, making your stitches. And you know what? If you full stitch up, you can take it out, right? Just use your needle, take your thread out, start all over again, right? Same thing as picking diamonds off a canvas, right? And don't worry if your first one is not as neat as you would like it, because it takes practice. But, yeah, I think that's it. I think I said thank you, Great 7. If I didn't, I will say it again. Thank you for sending me this beautiful cross stitch to show all my subscribers. And go on their way if you're like, they got all kinds of stuff. Go on and have a look. I'll have all the links, this product or shop, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. They got Instagram, I think. Instagram, sorry. The link down below in the description box. But anyway, here's my great big squishy hug. And have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.